Good morning and welcome to my word for the day. I'm Lee Watson and I'm here to spread some joy. So, as usual, I think about my word for the day right before my word for the day. In this case, it was this morning when I do my morning routine. You're all familiar with that. And while I'm on that particular slide, I want to thank the Virtues Project for providing all these good words. Uh, there's 100 of them in this deck, and I'm thankful to them for providing good words that I can talk about. Of course, the word today is not on this list or in this deck of cards, um, but maybe it could be in a future edition. So, as most of you know, I am a business advisor. I'm an entrepreneur, an adventurer, a guy who likes good words and all that kind of stuff. And I was listening to some of my previous shows this morning, actually, and I noticed a trend, a disturbing trend. And that is that I have on more than one occasion mentioned that I just don't have the funny gene. Hmm. What does that mean? Well, you know how you know some people who are the life of the party. Um, if they're there, people are laughing kind of people. I have one of those people in my life. He's my cousin Patrick. And I got to tell you this little story because it was so impactful. Now, this was many years ago, but it could happen today, tomorrow, or any day in the future. We were at a funeral. Yes, a funeral. And I'm sitting at a table with my cousin Patrick and a few other relatives. And um, I don't know how we could do this, but at that table and in other parts of the room, unfortunately, whatever it was that he said was delivered in such a way, and this is where the magic is. I think this is where it really works or it doesn't for you. You know, some people could say the words that are really funny, but I think a funny person delivers the words in such a way that you can't help but laugh. And in this particular case, we were just suffering with this inability to completely contain ourselves as he was telling stories. How does that happen? I don't, you gotta, I don't know. And so I'm on a quest, and it starts today. I checked this morning to see if genes are actually part of our DNA, and it turns out that they are. And so when I say I just don't have the funny gene, it's a DNA thing. It's it's in there. Hmm. Well, I'm going to find it. I hope. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but I'm going to try and find it. And I would hope that some of you in the comments or whatever would help me out with this. Help me to understand how it is that funny people become that way. Now, I'm not talking about, I should clarify this. Some people are just funny, and I consider Patrick to be in this category. But some people are, they use sarcasm and cynicism and all kinds of other tools to, and even self deprecation to make people laugh. Patrick doesn't need this. I mean, he just tells a story, and it's not hurting anybody. There's a little self-deprecation in there. Uh, I'm thinking of ski trips right now. Uh, we've had some really memorable ski trips where uh, Patrick was telling stories that were actually happening at the moment. Not going to get into that right now. Okay, so here's the deal. You know that you probably know some funny people. And if you do, I would love to be introduced to them because I want to figure this out. I want to figure out how it is that some people are funny. Some people try to be funny and they fail at it. Uh, Not anymore. Um, some people are just contagious, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people who just have the natural ability to make people laugh. And why is this important? Yesterday or a couple of days ago, my show was all about joyfulness, and joyfulness includes happiness and so many other things. On some level, down a little bit from joyfulness, uh, there is this area where fun happens. And fun is one of those things that lightens our load. It brightens our day because there's something about laughing that is physiologically important for us as humans. And so, why wouldn't we try to incorporate that into our lives? We could, and we can, and we will. I will. That's a commitment to you. That way, when I do my show, maybe I'll be able to interject a little thought or a note or a story about a funny thing that happened on the way to the whatever today. And for me, the funny thing that happened was simply my recollection of my times with my cousin. And if you know Patrick, you know what I'm talking about. Uh, and you probably know other people who have this ability, who have this gene in their DNA that says, hey, you're going to be funny. Yeah. All right. Well, the idea here today is we have this little category of things, this funniness thing that adds to the joy in our lives, and it's good to pursue that. It's certainly fun to experience it. And it, have you ever seen a comedian who was really funny? Not just because they're self-deprecating or beating up on other people, but they're just funny. And by the way, that does not include all Christian comedians who try to be funny without saying any cuss words or anything like that, and carefully screen their material. But some of them are still funny. Some of them try too hard. I am a believer, and I do want to be funny without using cuss words and without beating people up with sarcasm and all that. I think it's possible. I think I can do it. And I'm going to try. All right, that's my message. By the way, speaking of funniness, do you know people? You do know people. You know people who have different laughs. And some people laugh like Santa Claus. And some people have these screaming, amazing, loud laughs. And some people say, yeah, I'm breaking up. I'm laughing inside here where it counts. There's all kinds of laughs, and they're all kind of funny. Did you ever notice that? All right. Notice somebody laughing today and think about how funny they are as a person who has a unique laugh, and we all have unique laughs. For me, it's really funny to see people who have these outrageous, physically active laughs. And I just wonder to myself, because I don't happen to have that, I am more like the guy who says, yeah, I'm breaking up here. I'm laughing inside here where it counts. But not always. Sometimes I laugh with tears. Well, okay. I hope that you got something out of this, something that brings some kind of joy to your life. I want to remind you that I am a business advisor, and I'm an entrepreneur and an adventurer, a guy who likes good words. And today I'm bringing a good thought. And the good thought is funniness and how it happens and why and what it does for us. It does make our days brighter when we see funny people. That's all. Okay, reminder time. Do something nice for somebody else today. Do something nice for a whole bunch of people if you have the resources. Some of you do, and it's great to see. So let's be that light in the world. Let's be that source of hope and love and joy and peace and kindness and laughter and funniness. Because it's a challenging world and we need to do our part if we're willing. Okay. Well, I wish you a wonderful day. It is your responsibility to make it a wonderful day. I hope you do. And if you have any suggestions about how I can learn to be funny, awesome. Send them my way. I do appreciate the little thumbs ups and the hearts and the shares and all that kind of stuff. It's awesome. The comments sometimes are super helpful because they they remind me of what I can learn from other people. And there's so much to learn from other people. And today I want to learn a little bit more about how people become funny. Not just the people who already have the gene that kind of sets them up for it, but how do people learn to be funny? I think it's possible. I'm going to do it. Okay, make this a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.